All right, that's recording. Oh, what did I do? That's recording.
All right, thank you. Sure, this way, so next to this one. All right, it is the Tilton Northfield Fire Department Commissioners meeting. It is June 30th, 2026. It's 5:30 p.m. We're in the Tilton Town Hall downstairs meeting room. Those in attendance include all three commissioners and Chief Malavini. There are no other people present. Call the meeting to order. There's no public comment. So let's go right to correspondence. All the correspondence is in relationship to the RFP.
I emailed you guys separately as soon as we got them, and then I brought them all here. And it's basically companies looking for feedback, which I didn't expect. I reached out to a city manager that I know well and asked for advice. And his advice was if you are going to respond to them, make it short and sweet. Don't get yourself into a providing discussion. So that's that. I wanted to send it to you guys, see what you wanted me to. I didn't. You can see the responses I gave. It was basically I will bring this to the commission on. I told them July 14th because that at the time it was our next meeting, but this is our next meeting. I figured would bring it tonight because it is a little relevant to tonight, but I don't know if you want me to just leave it as is and don't respond, or if you want me to respond, or.
Well, I guess out of courtesy, my feeling would be we should respond, but the question would be, what do we respond?
Yeah.
And I think, as we've stated several times, any one of these five companies could create a design for us and get us to the point where we would have a dollar amount to present to the district meeting next year. Three of them sort of approached it very similarly, in my opinion, and two of them approached it very differently. Ironically, the three that approached it similarly were all three that came and did a tour. Whether that played directly into how they responded, I guess in retrospect, could we have made things maybe a little more clear in the RFP or required a site visit? I don't know, certainly things to think about in doing this in the future. I think that our discussion was reasonably fair. Some could say maybe we didn't spend enough time discussing it, but I think it was fairly obvious. I think there's some, interesting comments that came back. Monday morning quarterbacking, which obviously isn't appropriate in this type of situation. Which just goes to show in my mind that there was obviously a breakdown in what we were asking for and what they thought we were asking for. Our decision was made at the meeting. I don't know that we should spend any time revisiting any of the requests to maybe revisit, because that wouldn't, in my opinion, be appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it really matter either. I mean, we discussed it somewhat, and I guess we all felt the same way, pretty much.
Right. So, I don't know that we need to go into any detail with these emails that were sent or letters that were sent, and I do see where they're looking to see how they can do a better job in their future proposal, and opinions as to whether they thought they would be the best candidate for us. Well, I'd say it's 2020 and Monday morning quarterbacking doesn't change that.
Well, we even took the extra steps to meet with each of them.
Have them
Vendors. I mean, we didn't just read their stuff and pick.
Right.
We went further, and the questions that we presented, that was a fair extra layer that, hey, this is what we're trying to do, this is what we're really looking for, and we want to make sure everybody's speaking the same language, right? That's kind of how we approached.
Right.
And you were very clear when you said, hey, everybody's taking a different tack. Let's, just to give everybody a shot. This is what we're trying to do. And so, and, like it's been said, I think any company would have done the job, and they have, and whatever presentation they have that worked for them, I'm sure will work with other municipalities and other clients and customers. It just happened to be that somebody's presentation struck a chord with us, and their bid struck a chord with us, and it seemed to fit our needs at that time in our budget, or our perceived budget. So I think that's all it really comes down to. You know, we went from 5 to 3 based on numbers, and then the rest was whatever that, the presentations. I can't, we couldn't tell a company that didn't get it, well, this company did this in their presentation, because I couldn't even tell you what exactly that was. Right. Now I could say, well, they said this, and that's what you should do to run your business. It's not our role,
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe just send them a thank you, saying, we felt, all three of you, I mean, at least the other three could have done the same thing, but for some reason, come up with some reason why I felt as though that company presented themselves pretty well. I mean, they were down to earth, and they didn't go overboard on anything, and they just, it just sounded like,
They seem to fit what the fire
Yeah.
district needs.
yeah. I mean, we'd sit here and pick apart all three of them,
Right.
but that's not the way to do it.
Yeah, I really couldn't see negatives on any of them, on any of the presentations.
So should we ask the chief to respond to some degree, stating that the commissioners, at our meeting, we brought up the fact that we had received correspondence from vendors, and that maybe in summary, well, all of them seem more than capable. Our selection was made in what we felt was for the best interest of the district, and in any future RFPs, will continue to strive to have the information clear and concise as to what we're looking for, and that will encourage any prospective bidders to come in for a site visit, so they're comfortable with what we're doing.
Yeah,
And again, thank them for their participation.
So we did send a similar letter to that, not to that extent, to all the firms. Would you like me to just respond to the 3 that sent us the communications this time?
Yeah, I would think so.
Just those 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And if you need any help wordsmithing that, you can
less is
obviously
more.
replay the tape or give me a call.
Yeah, I'm not in tomorrow. I'll probably craft it on Thursday, and then I'll shoot you a copy just to make sure you like it, and then I'll.
Yeah, is that
Send it
okay?
off.
Is that right, Jason?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Chief, for putting that together. And I think it's also it's. I was kind of surprised that we got 5 responses, and I think that's beneficial to us when we're at district meeting, because the last time around we only got 2 responses. So this time we got 5, and and having several of them, all being very similar, in my mind, makes me feel like they understood what we were asking for, and what we're asking for was doable. We weren't being unrealistic. All right, anything else on that? All right, hearing that, I'll move on to new business. We've got here the request for qualifications for construction manager and the SMP contract. And I guess we want to discuss those. No, should some of that be discussed in non-public, or should we discuss the whole thing in non-public, or?
So you did the legal opinions. You're more than well. That's why I was just trying to clarify what we were. The legal opinions, because it has to do with a contract proposal in a legal opinion by the lawyer. We can speak to that in non-public if you want. But when we're talking about the RFQ and stuff, that has to be done in public. So we did put a.
Wait, say that the RFQ needs to be discussed in public.
The RFQ should be in public, right?
Okay.
And how we're going to send that out. And the the lawyer's comments on the proposal itself, we can do in non-public because it's recommendations from our legal counsel.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can do it. I mean, it's however you want to do it, in whatever order you want to do it. But we're prepared to do non-public on the lawyer's recommendations.
Well, the order should probably be the SMP proposal, but that's where we're going to start talking and going into non-public. We need to get that squared away, but we also need this request for qualifications.
So we could go non-public and then come back out. That's up to you.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you have the paperwork for the non-public?
That's the L1, right? 'Cause the lawyer. There you go.
All right.
I'll make a motion. Going on public.
Jason, seconded by
I'll second it.
Paul. Wow, my favorite pen. Go. Sounds like Alan.
It does.
All right, this is we're going into non-public RSA 91-A:3, Roman numeral 2, bracket L. Consideration of legal advice provided by legal counsel, either in writing or orally, to one or more members of the public body, even when legal counsel is not present. Roll call vote to enter non-public. Paul Ogier.
Yes.
Tim Sadler, yes. Jason Wright.
Yes.
All right, and we're going into non-public to discuss lawyer's assistance with the contract with SMP. We're going into non-public at 5:43 p.m. Being at 6:05 p.m.
All right, that one. The tape recorder wasn't on yet. You might have to re-say that again. All right, you can say that again.
All right, this is Tilton Northfield Fire District Commissioners meeting on June 30th, 2026. We're coming out of non-public at 6:05 p.m. All right, give that back to you, Chief.
So I make a motion that we give the chief ability to conditional approval on the SMP contract, pending final legal issues handled, and then we give our attorney the ability to negotiate those said issues as discussed.
All right.
Is that adequate?
I'll second it, yeah.
All right, we have a motion made and seconded. After review of the contract and our legal counsel's notes on that, we're moving forward as proposed in this motion. Any additional discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. All right, next item is the RFQ for the construction manager.
I did speak with Jason today on the phone to go over it. He did say he's available by phone if you have any questions tonight on this.
I liked it from the fact that it seems short and simple.
Mm-hmm.
Because all we're asking for is, interest.
Yeah. So this would be the RFQ. Really, no need. I don't think need to get a lawyer involved at this point. When we get the RFP out, we'll have to get our legal counsel. I have asked Jason to, kind of get that RFP to me so we can review it. You guys can review it, and then we can get that to legal counsel. Because when we put that RFP out, we're going to want the legal counsel to go over that. But this is just basically asking firms for qualifications and their interest, and then really, you guys need to go over that. How do you like the schedule? So I took the original schedule today, and we had originally started last week, so I just pushed everything forward a week. Some of the dates don't work for Jason, and so what you have in front of you, the August 18th meeting does not work. So he could do the 17th if you wanted to do that on the 17th. If not, we'll probably need to push that forward another week.
So we're asking for qualifications to be back on the 16th, but we don't have a meeting scheduled. We have a meeting scheduled 14th. Okay.
And I mean,
We don't have a meeting scheduled for the 21st either.
no, we don't have any of these meetings scheduled. So all I did was push the dates forward a week. We need to like move, and we can move things around however you want to and get meetings scheduled. That's kind of what we need to do tonight. Does that make sense? Got it.
So this pushes us to the end of August. So we're gonna get qualifications due on approximately the 16th. We're gonna issue an RFP a week later.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have 3 weeks, more than 3 weeks to get their proposal to us. That seems like a long time.
Jason said he said 3 weeks is good. He said you could push him and make him do it in 2 weeks. You can't really do it any quicker than that.
Okay.
That was his recommendation. And the other thing, if we want to get legal to review this, we need to get it out soon because we know that does take time also.
Well, I guess if we're getting the proposals due on the August 13th, why would we wait to have a meeting on it?
I think it was to give you guys time because you're going to have a lot of firms. Well, he hopes you're going to have a lot of firms send their qualifications, and you're going to pare them down to. There was his recommendation was 3, but he said 5 is fine. I know there was some interest from the board to do 5.
Well, no, I was thinking of after the RFP.
Well,
Once we send out the RFP, we're sending it out to the
to the short list.
Short list.
We've
So
already weeded it out.
we're getting them back on August 13th, and then not reviewing them for 5 days. I don't know that we need 5 days to review what they send us, but
Mhm.
maybe.
No, and then we can move that.
And then interviews another week after that.
Yeah, this,
Well, we could tighten that up a little bit.
we could change it, but I think it's more important to get the RFQ out now. I mean, get it on the street quick.
Mhm. I think that's
Yeah.
important. Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to have the tentative dates. I mean, we can move dates around, and that's fine. But
Well, this is going to be sent out though.
yes, that's what I. Yeah.
So if we're sending this out July 2nd and asking for it back on the 16th.
It's only 2 weeks.
Well, that's right. We're just asking.
And he said 2 weeks is fine because these firms have their
Ready
qualifications.
to go, click.
Yeah, it's they're not gonna because they're not designing the station. They're not calling anybody. They're just saying we can do this for you. Here's why we can. It's like them sending a resume to you.
Sure.
So these firms have their resumes ready. They'll probably have to tailor it around a fire station design, right? But they're not. They don't have to actually get their proposal to you. They're just saying here's our qualifications. Why we think we can do the job for you.
Now okay. So, say we get all the proposals back on the 16th. We meet on the 21st. What was the date that didn't work for somebody?
August 18th.
Okay. So we have a meeting on the 21st. Why do we wait 3 days to issue an RFP? On the 24th.
I think he was just.
Why couldn't you issue? Because we should be working on what that RFP is going to be now.
Yep.
So we should be able to issue the RFP the next day.
The next
I
day.
think. Well, let me tell you what that. July 27th, and then proposals due, he said 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's where he came up with the 13th. Is there any reason why we can't review the proposals on the 13th?
It is on the 13th, the August 13th, you mean?
Yeah. Because it's got proposals due on the 13th. Are you going on vacation to East Bora Bora that one?
Try not to.
I'm not going anywhere for a while.
I'm trying to fit a trip in Michigan sometime in July or August. Well, it'll be August now. But okay. Proposals due on the 13th.
Do you want to have the meeting that night? I mean,
It's a Thursday. Are you able to meet on a Thursday like that?
so if you
Interviews. Why do we need interviews?
so you have the top 3 firms,
Yeah.
and then you review their proposal, and then you interview them. So you interview those 3 firms, just like we did for the RFP for the design.
Right. But if we meet on the 13th, can we interview them the next week?
Yes.
Like on the 18th? Is that up a whole week?
He can't do the 18th. He can do the 17th.
Building committee doesn't need the 17th. We could do the 17th.
What day is it?
Monday, what month? What day, week of the month is your sewer commission?
It's on Tuesdays. The third Tuesday.
Third Tuesday.
So the
So the
18th
18th
is,
doesn't work for you, right? And the 21st doesn't work for you.
Oh, July 21st.
Right. Could we do that meeting on July 20th? Monday?
I don't see why not. Because they're already going to have it. That's just, yeah.
I don't know, I have to check on that, because I got my Mondays, I got a couple Monday meetings.
Oh, do you?
So I'll check on that, it might be all right though.
Alright, so we can't meet on the 17th. Review proposals on the 13th.
Oh, we can't meet on the 17th?
No, that's the 3rd. No,
That's a Monday, though.
that's Monday, that's fine. Right. Interviews on the 17th. The reference checks could be the week of the 17th, right?
Yep, I'm leaving late night on the 18th or early on the 19th, and I will not be back until the 24th. But that, I don't think we're having, I mean, those reference checks can be happening anyway.
Who's doing the reference checks? We?
I think between Jason and us, right?
Yeah.
That would be.
I don't know, is that, I don't want things to drag out.
Right. I'd rather
Yeah.
be ahead of it.
So if we do reference checks on the week of the 17th,
Do you have that scheduled there? Yeah, that's,
then you can award it on the 25th, probably, if you wanted. You could, I mean,
yeah.
the only reason you could, I mean, I guess I don't need to be here for you to award it. I mean, that's up to you.
You're going August 18th through the 24th.
Correct. Hopefully, I plan on being back for the building committee meeting. It's gonna be tight. I have a 5-hour drive, so I'll be coming in hot, but
Alright, so the timeline I wrote down was, finalized shortlist, the third item, on July 20th, which is a Monday. RFP, issue RFP on the 21st. Proposals due on the 13th. We reviewed the proposals on the 13th. Interviews Monday the 17th. Reference checks the week of the 17th. And then we make the award on the 25th, Tuesday. I think that frees up your schedule, should work with your schedule. You might have a couple Mondays.
Yeah, I'll check. So you got the 13th for that, or the 13th for the,
Review proposals,
yeah, 13th.
the 17th, and 25th.
I mean, it almost comes out, you know, within 2 days anyway of
Yeah.
the finish line. It's just the internal stuff had to kind of land a little differently. That's all. The middle of the sandwich.
Yeah, how do we not? Oh, because we can't do, yeah. Well, just the way it is. Just don't think it'd be any quicker, but that's what it is, right?
I'm not wasting any time doing what we're
I
doing.
mean, we can,
Thoughts?
you have a meeting on the 11th already. We can move the proposals to the 11th, and then you don't have to have another meeting. The proposals due, and then you can review the proposals that night.
An award that night.
No, you couldn't. You wouldn't award that night, and then you have to have the interviews.
Oh, okay. The interviews would be on.
Then you could do the interviews the 13th, and then award. You could award on the 17th. Well, you have to do some reference checks. Award on probably the.
Well, wait a minute. So you're saying if we have the proposals due on the 11th,
Mm-hmm.
that's our regularly scheduled meeting, we review them on the 11th,
Mm-hmm.
and you're saying, is there any reason why we can't do the interviews on the 11th? Is that what you said?
No, you probably want to review them before you did the interviews, right?
Right.
But you could that way you could push the interviews up to
13th.
the 13th if you wanted to,
Okay.
and then you could do the award, reference checks on the next couple of days, and then award on the 17th or 18th. Is that too aggressive?
No, I like that. That gives us a whole week ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Interviews on the 13th, 11th and 13th. It
So,
keeps-
so this is 11th. We're gonna do the proposals on the 11th, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Proposals due and review proposals. Interviews on the 13th. Award on the 17th. Have to do reference checks between,
The 13th.
the 14th.
I mean, you could do you can start reference checks on the 11th. Right, as soon as you get the proposals, you can start the reference checks.
Right. Alright, we just made a whole bunch of changes. Does that work? I actually like that better.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of clean it up.
Let me can I just go over, so we can still issue it on July 2nd,
Yeah.
qualifications due July 16th.
Yeah.
You'll finalize the short list on July 20th.
Yeah.
You'll issue the RFP on the 21st.
Right.
Site work walkthrough, me and Jason can figure that out. He has a needed question mark. Do you think after what happened last time, I think we should do it no matter what, right? Or just give him, because it's only going to be, well, I guess I can ask
Well,
that
you
question.
can, you can require a site walkthrough. You can put a time and date down
Yeah.
and make them all come.
Make them all come. Yeah.
So you only have to do it once.
And then, so I have proposals due August 11th, review the proposals on August 11th, interviews on the 13th, reference checks on the 13th, really the 11th to the 17th, the 16th.
Right.
So the reference checks are the 13th,
Between the 11th and the 17th.
11th, yeah,
17th.
yeah, and then you award on the 17th. Is that, did I have those right?
Yeah.
All right, so 2 questions. His recommendation was 3, but there was some interest in 5. He said that's not a big deal. You just have more, you'll have more interviews, more proposals to go through.
Well,
Um,
it's not greedy, we were lucky to get 5
yeah, so,
engineers, so.
so
you
3.
know. Well, see what comes in. If it's 25 and 5 look good, then great. If 7 come in, I don't,
No,
we maybe
3
go to
look-
3.
Well,
All right, so we'll leave that at 3 now.
Yeah.
And then interviews, I don't think those times probably work for you. And how long do you want to give them? Was 45 minutes good last time? This is an hour and 15 minutes each.
oh, do you think we need an hour
I
and
don't,
15 minutes?
I thought 45 minutes was a good time last
That
time.
was plenty,
Yeah,
because it kept things moving, kept them
kept
on
them
point.
moving, and we gave them time stamps.
You gave them 15-minute warnings, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, and as long as they know that they only have that amount of time.
Yep. Yeah, and we'll let them know that.
Yeah.
You know,
I can, what day of the week is
the,
it? 13th is a Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, I can do that. Can you come early,
Yeah,
Jason?
I'm not doing anything.
so,
Well, in August, you sure?
So we'll
the
do
way it's
3
going.
we'll do 3 p.m., 3:45, and then 4:30.
Okay.
All right. I will clarify. I believe.
Do you want to do a site walkthrough at a specific date and time and have them all show up?
I think that would be easier.
That certainly would take less of your time.
Yeah, I like that.
And does Jason need to be there for that? I don't
Think-
think so. Or does he want to be there for
I
that?
think he might want to be there for
Okay.
that. I don't know.
Well, I'll let you, I mean,
I don't want to pay him extra to do it.
Yeah.
That's one of those a la carte things.
Mhm.
I would do, maybe this, I would do the site walkthrough and maybe don't incorporate Jason and then have them submit questions.
Okay.
So this is our site walkthrough, everybody's doing it together, and then questions you submit, and then we'll respond. Because then if we need Jason to help with the responses.
Yeah, because that came up last time, right?
Yeah.
You know,
So
snuck
I
up
would
on
plan
us.
the site walkthrough
Give him so
as early as we can after we finalize that short list.
issue. Did it issue the 21st?
So you're gonna have to do it like the next week.
The next week. Well, probably. That'll give them a week. If I do the 28th, that gives them 7 days with the RFP to go over it.
To know what questions.
To know what
they have
questions
to be
they have.
looking for when they come to their walkthrough.
So
And then you
July.
have to schedule it during the day, what's convenient for you.
Yeah, I'll probably do. I have an officers meeting that morning, so I'll probably do like 1:30 in the afternoon, probably. And then.
Alright, and you'll, once you get that all reworked, you'll send us the updated copy? Alright.
So, are you? I'll send you the updated copy. I am. I was supposed to be on vacation all week this week. It's been all messed up because of the ambulance yesterday. And then, anyway, so
You're
I'm
supposed to be
not.
on vacation this week?
Yeah.
Did I know that?
No.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. It's so I'm not in tomorrow though all day. I have an event I'm going to. I'm going to try to work on this tonight and get this out tonight to you guys. I may not, but I will try to. I will have it first thing on Thursday morning.
Okay.
Once I get it out, are you going to be okay with? I just need your permission to send it out once.
Yes, I make a motion that we approve the request for qualifications for construction management services as presented with the updates to the calendar as discussed.
Second.
He beat you to it, Paul.
Yeah.
Gotta be quick. All right, any further discussion?
I did have one more question.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The line in red on the first page. Do you want me to rewrite that? How do you like that? Or do you want?
Doesn't need to be in red.
No, no. No. The reason it's in red is to do you want me to change that? The deadline for the budget and creation of the warrant article. Do you want me to put like December 1st or something like that? Do you want to? Because this is a bond warrant article, so I don't have the deadline in front of me.
That'd be in the RFP. We can put that.
But
we can put
that in the RFP.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just their qualifications.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. Sorry about that.
All right, any other questions or concerns?
Mm-mm.
All right, so we have a motion to accept this as discussed with the updates to the dates. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. All right. Review of minutes.
There's just two.
I think we have.
I have them right here.
6, 9.
Here's the 6-9 ones.
Copy for everybody?
Yep. And I got one more. Yeah, it was that month and a half. That was just we've been steady since then, and we've been keeping up. But it was March and April. We were just slow.
We need to sign the charge.
You already signed it.
You did?
Yep.
Okay. I know we approved it, I don't remember.
Yeah, you guys signed it, and that's already been given to the building committee.
I'll make a motion. We approve the June 9th Commissioners' public minutes as presented.
I wasn't there, so I can't second it.
I'll second it.
Okay, we've got a motion made and seconded to approve the minutes of the June 9th meeting, 2026. Any discussion, comments, questions, or corrections? Right, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Other June 9th ones.
I'll make a motion. We approve the June 9, 2026 non-public minutes as presented.
I'll second it.
All right, motion's been made and seconded to approve the non-public minutes of the June 9th, 2026 meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. before we go into disposition reports, is there any other business? I just wanted to, if you want to give an update on the building committee meeting, because I wasn't there, so I can't give an update.
So we
It was the meeting where you presented the charge.
we presented the charge, and they went over, and we discussed the charge, and right, you know, and sorry, and we just discussed about grants. We talked about other things. I don't have the charge right in front of me. I wish I did. I wrote on that charge. And they just, you know, the building committee discussed the charge, and then, what did we do after that? It was, the charge, and we went over, and I explained the RFP process, how we chose SMP. There was discussion on just their proposal, and there wasn't many questions. It was a pretty short, brief meeting, and, we went on from there.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry I don't have more on that. I was,
Who ran the meeting?
Kevin Waldron is the chair.
Did he make it?
Yeah, he went.
Okay,
Yep,
right.
and there was no,
Yeah.
there was no update.
Yeah,
It was
he
a.
had a scheduled thing.
And couple members weren't there.
Yep, we only had it was Kevin, Scott, Helen, and who was the fourth?
Matt?
Matt Osher, and everybody else missed. Derek wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
You weren't there. We're still missing the member from Tilton. Sabrina wasn't there, and Sabrina had told us she couldn't make that meeting.
And the other gentleman.
And Jeremy Perkins, his family was sick. He said, "I'm not sick, but everybody else in my family is, so I probably
Don't bring it. Yeah.
please don't bring it to us."
All right. Thank you. And we have a meeting coming up.
We have a meeting coming up on
Yeah, not this coming week, the second. Yeah.
10th. Oh no, that's August. Sorry, the 13th.
13th.
Yep. So we have
Day before our
the
next
day before.
meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll be able to review this process with them as well. And then, do you want to update on Old Home Day?
Old Home Day. It was a great event. We had a lot of help this year, which was good. I sent Tim the picture of everything else. I guess I should have sent it to all of you guys. I'm sorry. We set up the our two banners on either side of the booth. We had the tablecloth in the middle. It looked very nice. We sold out of fried dough pretty early. I think some people, unfortunately, were upset.
Yeah. I would have been upset. Yeah.
It was
one of the top food
To
items
go to,
that-
yeah.
we did very well in the sausage. The parade went very well. It was a beautiful day. The association, Travis hasn't given us a final count on how much the association made, but all that funds go to the Relief Association, which is used if a firefighter or one of their family members is in need for really any reason. It's usually a sickness or a health thing, but there's other reasons we do donate to the Relief Association. So it was awesome. The whole community was supportive. There was a lot of donations above and beyond the sausage and the fried dough. That was my 21st Old Home Day, and the community's always been great. So it's
And nice to be at the Pines.
The Pine-
with
Yep, when we were over on the other field, that
truck
was,
field, yeah.
that wasn't very good.
but now to have, I don't want to say more open space, but less roots to trip over.
Yep.
Yeah.
It came out nice. They did a
It's
very good
good.
job at that park.
Yeah.
At first it was like, oh, what's that going to look like? But somebody had a vision and they did a good job.
And years from now, when the new trees,
When the new tree comes down on the new bandstand. Right?
Yeah. And,
no, there might be a little more shade.
Yeah.
and then the fireworks, I wasn't there myself for the fireworks, but from what I read, there was no hitches. Everything went well. And we had firefighters were required by law to have them there.
Once
Soon-
the stuff's on site.
As soon as it hits the ground, we
Yeah.
have to have firefighters on detail.
Yeah.
So we had 2 call members on detail. From this year was 3 p.m. till the end of the fireworks, and then we did put an extra ambulance staff on. We staffed the second ambulance fully for that event. So we had 1 call member and 1 full-time member staff an ambulance.
Where do they stage?
Usually down by the fireworks. That way they can get around and be everywhere they need to be. Now it's not like it used to be down at Surratt Battery Park. There used to be cars all lined up there. They don't let anybody in there anymore. So it's actually a lot easier for us to move around. It used to get very congested.
Yeah.
We put an ambulance on one side and an ambulance on the other. And I don't know if you remember, but probably about 10 years ago that paid dividends. We had a code that happened on the other side of those, and we were able to save a man's life. And he still comes to Old Home Day, and it's great. So we don't have to stage like that anymore because of the new parking situation. But we still put one ambulance there, and then we have one ambulance at Center Street, so it works pretty well.
Well, sorry I missed it.
Yeah, no, it was a great day. It was a perfect day for it. A lot of people in the parade, a lot of spectators. It was good.
Any other business?
We have disposition reports today.
Yeah, we're gonna go into non-public. I just wanted to.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll make a motion.
All right, do you have the sheet for that?
Yep, and that is, hold on, Kathy. I'm being Kathy tonight, so that's C, right? Yes. It's discuss the public with adverse reference.
C, yes.
C, yep. That's this one.
Thank you.
Make a motion to go to non-public for disposition reports.
All right, we have a motion made by Jason, seconded by Paul. We're going into non-public session, RSA 91-A:3, Roman numeral 2, letter C, matters which, if discussed in public, would affect adversely the reputation of any person other than a member of this board, unless such person requests an open meeting. This exemption shall extend to include any application for assistance or tax abatement or waiver of fee, fine, or other levy if based on inability to pay or poverty of the applicant. Roll call vote to enter non-public session. Paul Ozier.
Yes.
Tim Shatley, yes. Jason Wright.
Yes.
We're going into non-public session at 6:39 p.m.
Okay, that's paused. Here you go.
All right, this is the Tilton Northfield Fire Department Commissioners meeting on June 30th, 2026. We're coming out of non-public session at 6:50 p.m. where we reviewed disposition reports. That's dealing that. All right. Okay. Any other business?
Motion to adjourn.
All right, we have a motion made to adjourn. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion to adjourn made at 6:51 p.m. Thank you very much. Is there anything unusual here?
That was mostly the